Let me know if you have any questions about the midterm. Yeah, there's a lot of lag. It's probably the Xavier thing. When you get to the live chat, just let me know. Good question. Let me get to that in 1 second. Back to you guys. To answer that quickly, Justin, there will not be any material on the midterm that's not on the guide. And Ashley, how many short answers will there be? Probably one from each chapter. We have chapter 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, and 3. So that's 6. So may have to do 6. I think 5 is probably a little bit better number, but we'll see. Okay, so you can read the tips for the essay. Is that pretty clear for you guys? All right, I want to first of all go over some of the issues with the essay. Some that I've already read in your discussion board for Sally McFay. Haven't finished grading all of them, but I have gone through quite a few, and these are some problems I saw. First, I see a lot of summaries of each of the chapters and not a lot of comparisons. So the essay is going to be critiquing Solomon's view by using McFay's view. So you do have to give a little bit of each, primarily focusing on McFay's 2 models. And so then you focus on the critique. And so what you can do is you can use her arguments and critique Solomon's position. One of the problems that I've seen with some students also is they make unsubstantiated claims. And this is a big one. I've had already a couple of students that said that both authors agree that goods should be equally distributed. They don't argue for that. There's no place in the articles that they argue for equal distribution. Equitable? Yeah. Equal? No. Equal would mean everybody has the same thing, and they're not arguing for that. Also, some problems usually on the essays is you have a page and a half of summary, and then there's one small paragraph that actually is used for the critique. So make sure that you're not saying that McFay's is more plausible or more easily implemented. That's not your job. Okay, your job is to look at what McFay said and then look at Solomon's view. You need to identify which model he's using and be very careful there. Make sure you understand it, and then you can use McFay's arguments against Solomon. Does that help you guys? It looks like only Ashley and Justin. I may not replay this if nobody else comes in. I appreciate you guys coming in. In the mid-course review, there were a few students that said that this was helpful. And I think maybe in a year or so, when I get the kinks worked out, it'll be a lot smoother. But I'm hoping to help you guys for the test and also the essay. Anything else going on? Any other questions? We've got Erica and Charmaine. Glad you're here. You know, last time I was trying to, I got the video of the live stream, and I started cutting sections of it to make it go quicker. And guess what? I thought, why should I cut it down for those folks who didn't come to the live streaming, you know? So it was painful to watch, I'm sure, but that's okay. On the midterm, you mentioned we had videos. I was wondering what videos. Yeah, I'll need to add those videos. Is that for the Christianity? It also might be for the chapter on Judaism. All right, my office hours the rest of the week, Erica, I technically don't have any more after 2 o'clock today. But let me check my calendar real quick and see. I've got some things going on. I'm usually here on Thursday morning, but I think I have some things going on tomorrow, which is the I've got training from 12 to 2, so I should be in before the Ideal Society class that I teach at 10:50. So I'll be here at probably 9 o'clock. Hey, back, Dr. Faircloth. Can I give a shorter word bank? Wow. It is a lot shorter. I'll go back through and shift, I'll go back through and see if there are things that I need to take out. But I tried to take out most of the issues or words that were not important, or words you should know, like Islam or something like that, just to help you out. So I'll look over it this afternoon, and I'll send a announcement to let you know if I nailed it down a little bit. Is Dr. Faircloth actually watching at this moment? Ah. Oh man, this is kind of awkward, huh, Chris? My students complained about Blackboard Collaborate and how difficult it was to get in, so this is really easy. You just go into YouTube, set something up, and stare awkwardly at a small camera lens. Like an eagle. Okay. I'm hoping, Charmaine, you're not a sociology major, huh? That would be difficult because you have so few faculty that you're going to... he's leaving. Good. See you, man. Short answers, if it's kind of a listing, you can just list, but most of the time, if you look at the questions, it says briefly discuss. So I give you, about a half of a page handwriting, so that that should be good. Flashcards. There's a site called Quizlet that already has some of the flashcards in there from former students, so you might want to try Quizlet. I double check the definitions though, because they were put in by a student, and I just double check. But I think they're a pretty good resource for the terminology. Are you critiquing on spelling? I'm assuming that's on the test. I do not critique on spelling on the test because I'm dyslexic, and because of that I have really, really poor spelling skills. So when I'm handwriting, I don't even like to handwrite in front of other people because my spelling is so awful. So no, that's not a problem. You will have a narrowed word bank. I don't know how narrow it will be, but you'll have that. So the terms on the first page will be, you'll have them there. And you might also use that a little bit later. I'm also going to review the participants in this live chat, and I'll give you a point on the midterm for being here. Except maybe Justin. I think he came in and left really quickly. But we'll see. He was the first one in, so I guess that's cool. Ah, got another one. Glad you're here. Got any questions there? Oh, how come you didn't show up on the deal here? Participants. Oh, you're back. Okay. All right. Sorry for trash talking you there, Justin, but you're still going to get the point. Yeah, Erica, these extra points are awesome. Just here to help. The link will be on Blackboard, but it's actually on YouTube. So if you go into, I'll give you the link. You can go to YouTube, click on it, because I did talk about some information earlier. So yeah, if you want to review the whole thing, that's fine. Glad to help. I did get some questions on the mid-course review, and let me just run this past you guys if you've got a second. We've got about 10 more minutes left. So one of the topics that came up, of course I don't know who sent them in or anything like that, was that they didn't like the homework and the quizzes on the same day, due on the same day. My philosophy for that is that if you're doing the homework, you're going through the chapter, and then you can take the quiz and you'll be more familiar with it. If you go through the homework and then wait a day and then do the quiz, you might not be as familiar with the material. So my thinking was only having 2 due dates, like Wednesday and Sunday, is pretty good. Do you think I need to change that? Charmaine, the tips, what I would do is just take a screenshot of this video because I'm not going to have a separate post for the tips for the essay. I learned that from watching students in class. Jamisha, what does the no mean? No, you don't want me to change it, or do you want to keep it the same, or? No, I did not see. I did not see your question about vocabulary words being implemented in the short answer. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Okay. Jamisha, I am keeping them on the same day. And if that's a problem with some folks, you can just do the homework on Tuesday and the quiz on Wednesday and split it up that way. I'm still not really sure what you mean by, did you see my question about vocabulary words being implemented in the short answer? Oh, okay, I see it now. Will we have to include some of the vocab words in our short answer? I got you now. Well, I'll give you an example of where you would put a vocab word into the answer. I think one of the questions on the Hindu chapter is naming female gods or naming the gods. I've got so many screens going on, I can't pull it up. But the names of those gods are vocabulary words, so you would be able to look at the vocabulary list for spelling and that sort of thing. And I think maybe there's a question on the 4 types of sects, sects, in Judaism, and I think those 2 or 3 of those are also vocabulary words. So that's what I mean by that. Does that help? Wish I could get rid of this lag. Great. Great, Ashley. All right. Any other questions that we might have, that you might have? I know I've covered some of the questions that earlier. I don't know what to call you. I guess students would be a good word. I was thinking listeners, but you're also watching, which this is really strange for me. But I covered some, and so you'll be able to review this after it's posted to Blackboard, posted to YouTube, and the link is on Blackboard. I don't know when I will be going live again. Like I said earlier, the mid-course review said that you guys liked this. I can, maybe I can come in on Mondays every once in a while. Just in case there are more questions. I would go to the Q&A. I missed the Q&A. There was a student who put a Q&A like 2 days ago, and I went there today. Somehow I didn't get the answer, but I'll be checking them this weekend. And you can always Skype me. But yeah, you could post it to Q&A. I don't plan on another live streaming before the test, right? The tests come up next week. Yeah, next week. So on Monday, if you're in the Monday class, come to class ready for the midterm. Get there early because we only have 50 minutes. If you're in the Wednesday class, come on Wednesday. So the room isn't big enough for a lot more students than I have. So don't come on Wednesday if your test is Monday unless you specifically ask me. So do you think I ought to do the live streaming maybe once a week during the class time? Because that time you're really supposed to be available since you aren't coming to class. Whoa, what did I do? Oh, that was ugly. I'm gonna go back. Thought I lost you guys. Every 2 weeks. All right, that sounds good, Erica. And if I do them more often, maybe I'll get a little quicker with it. So that sounds good. Great. Well, I'm going to sign off now. I need to go help a colleague with some training. Maybe alternate between Monday and Wednesday. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Alternate between Monday and Wednesday. That's a good option. I think I could, that would be a good idea. So I moved this a little bit bigger so that you can see most of it. The tips, take a picture, darken that bottom corner where I am, and we'll all be good. All right, guys, I think this is it. Do well. If you have questions, you can email me, or Q&A is probably a good spot because that way I only have to answer it once. And there we go. Y'all have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend. Study hard. And then just, after the test, get ready for Mardi Gras. And I'll see you soon. Take care.